Hey, what's going on everybody? Josh Quinones here, and today we're going to be doing a 4K low light video test with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. As you can see, it is nighttime right now. The only lights I have around me are these lamps right here. They're kind of spread out everywhere. I got one over here as well. But yes, we're going to be doing a 4K video test with this device. I am currently filming on the front-facing camera. It is so nice that Samsung finally gave us this option to record in 4K with the front-facing camera, which a lot of devices out there don't even have right now. So it's pretty cool that they did that. Now, I know previously I did do a low-light video test with this device when I had first gotten it, but I was not filming in 4K. It was just regular 1080p. So today we are going to do the 4K low-light video test just to kind of give you an idea. As you can see here, like I said, I'm using the front-facing camera. One thing about the front-facing camera, it does not support 60 frames per second right now, so this is just regular 4K. But when I switch over to the rear-facing camera, it will be in 4K at 60 frames per second. In my opinion, filming at 60 frames per second is just so much smoother and cleaner, and I personally like it a lot better than just regular 4K or even 1080p. But here it is, front-facing camera, kind of give you an idea. Let me move around over here. It's a little bit darker in back of me over there, so you can get an idea of that front-facing camera. So let's go ahead and switch over to the rear-facing camera. All right, so here we are filming with the rear-facing camera, and one thing that you will notice right off the bat, that it just looks so much cleaner and smoother, especially when filming at 60 frames per second. That is why I love filming in 60 frames per second every time that I get a chance, because it just makes the whole video look so much smoother. Now, do keep in mind that I am using a gimbal for this rear-facing camera test, because when recording at 4K 60 frames per second, it does not support optical image stabilization, but you do get stabilization when recording in regular 4K. So just keep that in mind. If you do get this device and decide to start recording in 4K at 60 frames per second, it will not support optical image stabilization. And if y'all are interested in the gimbal I am using, I will put that down in the description below. But this is just to give you an idea of what this looks like, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. Detail looks great, especially with this whole setting right here. What I'm seeing in person actually looks a lot darker than what you guys are seeing right here in video. So it does brighten up the picture a little bit more than what is actually here in person. Now, one thing I do want to point out, I don't know if you can notice, there is a little bit of glare on the camera. If you can see where my finger is, it's moving side to side with me right here. So that is one thing that does happen sometimes. I did clean the lens before shooting this video. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Sometimes it will do that, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of weird, but just keep that in mind. All right, let me go ahead and move over this way. The lighting's a little bit different over here. Let me move around. You can see it's keeping the detail really nice, especially on these little overhead covers right here. Even the lamps, you can see them pretty good. They're not too overblown. The lights on the trees around here, now it is a bit darker going over here, so let me go over here to a darker setting so we can kind of get an idea of what this is going to look like. Okay, so here we are where the setting is a little bit darker, and as you can see, it is still keeping the detail up pretty good right here, especially in these rocks right here, these little waterfall, actually big waterfalls I should say. The lights are not too overblown in the water, and you're still able to see the ripples in the water going down here, even the small bubbles. And as you can see, the little glares are still going on right here from the lights. So that, I guess that's one thing that kind of bothers me every once in a while. I mean, if you're not paying attention to it, it doesn't look bad at all, but once you notice they're there, it's kind of hard to miss them. But here we are in a darker setting, still not looking bad at all. Getting this waterfall right here. Let me get some of these palm trees over here. Still looking good. Looking really smooth at 60 frames per second. But like I said, I am using a gimbal, so don't forget about that. Do keep that in mind. And if you want, let me go ahead and take this gimbal off so we can see what recording in 4K at 60 frames per second will look like without a gimbal. All right, so the gimbal is now off. This is just handheld right here. Like I said, 4K at 60 frames per second. And just so you guys can see that I am doing this handheld, let me see if I can get my reflection in the mirror of this car right here. Here we go. You can see my hand right there. This is all handheld, so you guys can let me know if it is too shaky. Let me know your opinions on this. Let me move around. Let me go over here to the street actually a little bit. Let's look up and down. There's actually pretty much nobody here. All the stores here are closed right now, so I can pretty much even walk right in the middle of the street if I wanted to. Go up the street, Let me pan down the street. There we go. Now, like I said, this is all handheld. Let me know what y'all think. Now, let me go ahead and switch over back to the front-facing camera. All right, so back on the front-facing camera, this was my 4K low-light video test at 60 frames per second. Of course, not on the front-facing camera, but on the rear-facing camera. We were filming in 4K at 60 frames per second. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment sections below. I would love to know your thoughts. In my opinion, I think the quality is actually really good for a night. This is actually pretty much nighttime video test. I should call it nighttime, not low-light video test. But I think it actually does pretty good at night when you got, you know, a little bit of lighting around you. But like I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comment sections below. I would love to know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come, and smash that thumbs up button if you did like this video and find it helpful. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. This is Josh Quinones. Peace out.